Well, Grand Rising and Wholeness family, welcome to Homeschool Approach to Holistic Health. I'm your nutrition assistant, Coach Scott, here in the Garden of Ether, where we host our self-healing retreat experiences. Today, I am so excited. I have my beautiful and African culture, we don't say cousins. I have my beautiful sister goddess here with me, Novene. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you so much. That was great. That was great. My name is Novene, like she said, Novene C. Uh, and well, that was all. Sorry.
Well, let me say why I'm so excited, because this is a fellow YouTuber. Yeah, this is gonna be my first YouTube tag. Hey, so this is Novene C TV. Get over there, subscribe, like, and comment on all of her YouTube post, and make sure that you say Coach Scott sent you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So excited. So she decided to do an interview, and I just got to tell this quick story because I was like, I want to interview Novene, and everybody knows when it comes to my Facebook, I can't necessarily, I don't have it on my phone, so I have to be in front of my PC in order to talk through my Facebook Messenger. So when I went to ask Novene for an interview, what did I see but Novene on there asking me for an interview? So I love synchronicity.
That's so awesome.
Yes. So we are going to tag. Now, I don't know yet. Novene is very busy. So I'm just going to let her give a little brief synopsis of who she is, because she's very busy, full-time student, full-time mom, working full-time. So I'm going to give her the respect to, she can't just post every Friday or whatever, because I want to post this video on the Friday that she posts, but I'm going to leave that up to her. So just tell us a little bit about your busy schedule, girl.
Okay. But I don't work.
Oh, okay.
I'm on disability.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So, because I have a bone disease.
Oh.
But I am a full-time student. Well, not full-time student. Sorry. Let me back up.
Okay.
So I'm a full-time mom.
Let me let her introduce herself.
I am a full-time mom. I have 2 grown sons, and then I have a 13-year-old son, and I have 3 grandchildren. One that I get like every couple of weeks. She comes spend time with us, and so I'm a student, but I'm like on a reduced course load at UC Berkeley. My major is genetics and plant biology. And so that's kind of like a rigorous course load. And with me being a parent of a son, that's why I'm not full-time student.
Good stuff.
But it still takes me full-time time to do the work.
Oh, yeah, there's only 24 hours in the day. And even though I messed up by saying full-time mom, full-time, you're still full-time. It's still 24 hours for you to do all those things. So
in my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yes, I just started my YouTube channel at the end of December. So that takes a lot of time with me, like either creating content or talking, having interviews, and also editing my my interviews to put on YouTube. So that's like a big thing, but it's like what I'm passionate about. So it's time well spent,
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
Yay! And we kind of started along the same time. I mean, I was scrolling through Facebook and I was like, she's got a YouTube channel around the same time. So yes, exciting. Okay, so let's get started into the Coach Scott questions. So on a deeper level, like, who is Novene? Like, who are you on a deeper level?
So on a deeper level, that's kind of like hard to explain because, sometimes I have I don't have like the words to explain like who I am, right?
That's right. But we're believe me, that feminine energy, even if you didn't say it in the words, I know you.
Right. But I feel like I can feel that I'm like bigger than my body, right?
Yeah.
I feel like because sometimes I even feel like I'm like looking through a window. So I feel like that's my spirit, looking through my eyes.
Good stuff.
So I just know that I'm energetic. I'm here to, give whatever I can to the world and help as many people as I can. And I'm just me.
That's right. I see you. Love it. Great answer. Great answer. So
Thank you.
now that we've established who you are, how do you love yourself?
How do I love myself?
Is ways be, it can be many ways.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I try to, first of all, what I've been trying to do lately is protect my energy at all costs, right? So I have to try to stay away from negativity. And if that is in the form of not watching certain things or not talking to certain people, then that's what I have to do to protect me.
That's
So
right.
then I can be my best self for
Right.
my, minor son that I'm responsible for,
That's
and for
right.
myself. Yeah. So that's one thing, protect my energy. Also, like, try to take time for myself. And California is still kind of shut down for the most part. Well, we just started back opening up like last week, 2 weeks ago. So it's kind of hard to like get away, and be by myself. But I try to at least like take a walk or something to spend time with myself and be with my thoughts.
That's right. That's
So
right.
that's another thing about self-love. And then just trying to do things that make me happy, right? So whether it's like going to the beach and like listening to the ocean, or just like eating some kind of food that I, want to eat, even if it might be, bad for you, but you have to do something.
Hey,
Something to
come
make yourself feel
know what that all about that.
good. Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Comfort food is what we like to call it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good stuff. Well, I envy you. That beach. Whew, yes, to be able to just, get up and go to the beach. Now we do have water here locally, like little streams, the Ohio River, but ain't nothing like a California beach, but
Yes.
so hats off to you to be able to recognize that, because I have a lot of friends who live on coastal areas and on the coast, and they don't go to the beach, and I'm like, it's like, are you kidding me? Like, that's why you move to those places, so you can.
But they might not connect like that. Like, the ocean to me is so like, it's so calming. I love watching the sunset at the ocean. I love the smells. I love the sounds. It's beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Right before this, I was going and going and going, and I gotta get my water in, but I gotta time it right. Okay.
Oh.
So let's get into great answers, by the way.
Thank
Let's
you.
get into, just for those that you don't know, we're trying to get a sister circle, and I've postponed on Novene twice already, and I don't know when we're going to get this sister circle going. However, a couple of the questions that we're going to kind of combine with that gathering is, for instance, books. I've been asking all my interviewees, or is it interviewers? No, interviewees, right?
Yeah, interviewees.
Books. So we're gonna recommend 3 books. So do you have like 3 books or anything that you want to say about and record, or do you want to wait until that time comes where we do our sister circle and have your books ready for then?
Well, we could talk about more like specific books then, but right now, because like I haven't really had a chance to like really, read the stuff that I want to read. But I think I like reading different type of genres, right? I like reading self-help books.
Yeah.
I like reading like different genres that maybe you can read just as an escape, right? Because we deal with so much on a daily. I don't think everything has to be. Sometimes for me, I feel like you just have to read something to escape or watch something to escape from all the stuff that we have going on. Yeah. So whether that's, romance or fiction or whatever you want to read. And then I also like, we were talking about this before, but, or it could be YouTube. Like, it doesn't even really have to be like a book. Well, people listen to audiobooks and different things, right? But we're talking about women being able to fix things. And I've always been handy. So like, thank God now for like YouTube. So if something breaks in the house or whatever, I have to like, Google it and watch a YouTube video about how to fix the toilet or whatever before you call a plumber. So I believe in things like that.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yes, I wholeheartedly agree. And I think every last one of those are my genres as well, my favorite, namely the self-help. And that's Oh my gosh, that's why I think I wanted to become a YouTuber, is because I YouTube so much. You know, some people go to how2.com, I think it's called, like how to, and it shows you everything. I am straight YouTube. If I'm trying to do something I can't figure it out, I press it in YouTube, and I will watch a video to figure out anything. So I love it. So but 3 books that I just wanted to, one I wanted to come back on, because the last episode,
I was gonna mention that. Oh my God.
I said this wrong. I called it Secret Energy because I'm also a member of Secret Energy, and I transposed the words. So The Secret is a really good book about law of attraction. So I said this in the last interview, and I want to just clarify that it's The Secret.
The Secret. Thoughts become things.
Yes. I love that book. And it actually has a documentary, a YouTube documentary that I really enjoyed too. The other
we watched that too. My mom had showed us that a long time ago, like when it first came out. So that's so true. So that's why you have to watch what you think about, because they're gonna attract that, and that's what's gonna happen. So you have to try to stay positive.
Right. It's one of the laws of the universe, and oh my gosh, I'm wholeheartedly a believer of that. Another book I wanted to is Notes of the Universe. This is a really good book. I was gonna wait to recommend this one because I got my interview with my son coming up, and someone had gifted that to him. And when I started reading it, I bought all of us one. I was like, Sierra's getting one. Look, you get a book, and you get a book. I got big one because I didn't want him to have mine. This is really good, but it's just like different little quotes and stuff like that. So you know, you can go into it, read it from cover to end, or you could just do one at a time. And then the last one, since we're in this self-healing room,
is it over here?
Well, no, I got these little pillows that got the little couches in them, but the 7 spiritual laws of yoga by Deepak Chopra. So I really, and this is actually an audio book. So like, I love audio books, because you can just go on YouTube, you press in the 7 spiritual laws of yoga, and he will pop up, and this whole book is on there. And you can just do it with them. And so I love that about, books in general. So those are just the 3 that I wanted to do this time before our sister circle. And I'm looking for my phone because I'm trying to make sure I'm asking all my little questions. Look, I'm new at this, so I want to make sure that I'm getting them out. Okay, so travel. Where are some places that you think well, first of all, I never asked you identification. Like, well, what do you think about sisters? Or, what do you think because, a lot of us don't like to be called Black for many reasons. What are some of the things that some of the names that you actually have enjoyed, like encountered? I think it was Ujima in a school that I was a part of. They had like a PTO for the ethnic groups, and they used Ujima. Are there any that stood out to you that really you kind of, resonated with?
Well, I'm simple, so I like being called Black.
Okay. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with it.
It's powerful, and I'm a Black woman. I'm a Black mom, sister.
That's right.
Like even like with my friends, like that I'm really close with, we're like sisters, we're family, because we've been close for over 30 years or whatever. So I haven't like, had any like exotic names or anything like that, or just
right. No, Black is good. Black is good. And it's just I like to just it's a way also of going deeper to find out who the person is. So just being free spirit about it, or Black is fine with me. It's like I love it.
Black queen, all that.
Black goddess, tell
right.
Okay, so beautiful Black women. How is it? Maya Angelou said, phenomenal Black woman. I know I have a hard time reciting specifics, but y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Okay, so what about the Black women? Okay, so the reason why we even have to ask that question is because other cultures, if you look at, let's say, Asian culture, they're actually, you know, they have their culture already in a nice little unit. You know, they have Asian medicine, Chinese medicine. They have Western medicine is typically what we go use at times, but there's no necessarily African medicine that has a good spin on it. So like for how the Black woman should love herself, do you feel like, or nurture herself, do you have anything, you know, as far as like self-love that you feel as a collectively that we should nurture and love ourselves?
Yeah, that was like a lot.
My bad. I should have probably tried to find a way to formulate it better, but just kind of like I put all that in there because it's like I don't know if you're familiar with Dr. Sabi. He has the African bio-mineral field, and that was his legacy to his mother. And I love that because he basically said his mother was not represented. You have Asian medicine, you have Chinese medicine, or you have the Ayurveda medicine, which is the Indian medicine. You have Western medicine, but his mother was not represented. So he did the African bio-mineral field. So without always trying to put ourselves in someone else's shoes, I'm just wondering, like for you, have you ever thought about ways that the Black woman should love and nurture herself?
Yeah. So like some of that is, like I said, it's a lot to unpack. But when you're just talking about like medicine and stuff, like, so like if you go like 2 generations back, so like to my mom's mom or my mom's grandmother, so 3 generations back, like what is it? My great grandmother and her sisters. My mom always told us like they knew about healthy medicines, right? Not really medicine. They knew how to, like, if you hurt yourself, they know how to go outside and get whatever herbs and stuff that they needed to heal you, right? And they knew like what prayers to say. Because one time my uncle Tony, Lewis McCall, that was in Confunction, but he was in a car accident, and he had like lacerations on his face. Well, it was deeper than laceration, but he had some bleeding and stuff, and the doctors could not stop the bleeding. And my mom was at home with her grandmother, and her grandmother did like a whole prayer, and she was there, she witnessed it, and the bleeding stopped just like that from my great grandmother praying, right? So the thing is, I'm saying we had that in our families, but there was a disconnect. So it didn't get passed on like to my mother and then to us. So now what we're doing, our generation, I'm seeing more, we're trying to go back to that. So we're trying to find all the natural cures and the natural food that can make us healthy, and then the natural medicines, instead of, you know, relying on big pharma.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to do. I just wished it would have been passed down more, so we won't have to, like, it's kind of like we're starting all over.
Right. What the good news is, what I'm learning, again, you know, I like to call myself a nutrition assistant. But what I'm learning is, you know, I hear a lot about we were stolen and taken away, we were robbed, we were taken away from our culture, and they didn't bring our food with us. For instance, if we're from Africa, and so much so that they've cut us off to where we're not even supposed to be from Africa. But common sense, the degree of the sun, you're going to get this color from being on that end of the earth. So it's like, yes, you can, like right now we're in the Aquarius age. So yeah, we have different degrees of the sun. However, that's where your food is. You know, you're going to resonate better. If you find a gorilla in Alaska, he's probably not going to last very long because his food is in Africa. If you find a polar bear in Africa, he's not going to last very long because his food is in Alaska. So it's being able to recognize that, like you said. But even though my great-great-grandmother, now actually I was fortunate enough to have my great-great-grandmother. So I had my mother here, I had my grandmother here, and I had my great-grandmother here. And she was the one who taught me to put my hands in the food and touch it. There is a DNA strand that awakens when you start finding truths that no one can steal from you. Just because you were so-called taken from your land, the land, you are the land. It's like, I am nature, I am ether, I am Africa, you know, I'm that cosmic womb, I am feminine, you know, I am that phenomenal woman that we've been speaking about. So you can't rob me of that. Now I can be blocked off from all this education and reading that doesn't have anything to do with me per se in directly. Now indirectly it has lots, and that's why I love my books. However, directly within each one of us, that's what that meditation is about. You can pull that stuff up and be like, whoa, you know, we affirm. There's so many affirmations that, you know, that can come from within yourself if you just, you know, just tune in. So I definitely love the story that you gave in regards to being able to heal our families and things like that. And there's usually one, you know, and we usually call her the weird one. Like, I know we got one in my family that we call her the crazy auntie, but she knew how to heal some stuff off, you know, like they talk about putting potatoes around the neck. And I used to ask the doctor, like I was still going to the Western at this time when my first child was born. I would go to this Western doctor and I say, if it was true that we put these potatoes around the neck, why do you think it's possible that it would work? And he gave me the answer. He was just like, probably the potassium inside of the potatoes would pull the fever out. And I was like, hot darn it, I figured it out. Now I got to start asking them, you know, specific questions so that now I can start, you know, and now I have one of my clients that's a doctor. So I love her because I'm able to talk to her in, you know, things that are coming up and, you know, boiling up inside of me. And I'm like, have you ever heard of this? And you know, and she's like, oh my gosh. And I know I'll send her a text at 3 o'clock. She's like, oh Lord, what you want, girl? What you want? But I digress. Let's go. But yeah, that's an awesome answer. And that's exactly what I was looking for. Just knowing that we do have that. And what it is we don't necessarily have a name for it. So that's kind of what I really like the self-love Fridays is. I'm just trying to pull out and get a kind of a collective thought of, because we have it, it just doesn't have a name.
Right.
And so again, I'm fond of Dr. Sebi's bio-mineral. I think it's something like that he calls it, and he's very. Have you done any research on Dr. Sebi's at all?
Just vaguely. Like I know some of his stuff is like alkaline food. And so we're kind of looking into that, but then, you know, my mom got sick and, you know, after all that stuff, we kind of got thrown off. So, not again, but, another thing I was going to add though is, what's important too is if you have elders in your family, talk to them. Talk to your elders. They have so much information, and sometimes they think like the young people might not be interested, so they won't share that. But if you show interest and you ask them questions, they might have been holding on to the stuff or might have forgot that they know. And so you could get so much information from them.
So true. So true. That is so.
You're not gonna be here forever, so you have to take advantage of that.
Oh yeah.
Here. Yeah.
Definitely. I wholeheartedly agree with that. And I could give several stories about me sitting at the foot of my granddaddy before he passed away. Right. Oh my God. And still now I sit at the foot of my grandmother. I go to her house all the time, and she's not like my granddaddy where he talks a lot, where she honestly thinks she don't know. But if I asked her a specific story about something, she'll go back into that Rolodex and pull that stuff out like a little fountain and be like, I forgot I knew about it. Yeah, exactly. So I agree with you wholeheartedly. Okay, medias. Are there any medias that you think, and all of this is about expansion, and we can watch in order to expand, you know, just get into that expansive self.
Right. So there's two that I could think of right off top. And one, of course, is Novene C TV on YouTube. Coach Scott's YouTube channel.
That's right.
The homeschool approach to holistic healing.
That
like, you know, whatever makes you happy, whoever you resonate with, because, you know, some people, you might not like the style of the way they talk, or there's certain things that might that might turn you off, right? Their message might be absolutely awesome, but you might not connect with them. So I think you should just find whoever and whatever sources that you connect with yourself. I'm not type, like, I don't feel like, oh, it's one thing for all, right? Because we're also unique. Yes, we're Black women, but we're unique. We have unique experiences of, you know, we've been through different things and we're going through different things. So, you know, it's just, you have to figure out what's the right fit for you. So, but Novene C TV and Coach Scott's.
That's right. That's a good answer. I think that's the number one answer so far. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. So, philosophies. Again, any perspectives that you think, you know, as Black women, we should, you know, just kind of, you know, something that you think we should, as a collective or individually?
Right. And I didn't think about that beforehand, but like something I'm just gonna say, like, I just feel like you need to like believe in yourself and know who you are, right? Because if you believe in yourself and know who you are, nobody can try to tell you different. Nobody can try to minimize you.
That's right.
Or make you feel unworthy, right? That's so right. Just always know who you are, know your heart, and don't let anybody try to change that.
So true. So
and then another one is probably like lead by example. Mm-hmm. I think we should lead by example, because, you know, you just never know who's watching you. Mm-hmm. You never know who you can influence, because everybody doesn't tell you, you know, maybe later you might come across them and they say, oh, when you did this, you know, that inspired me, or, you know, when you did that. So you just have to try to, you know, be your best self and try to do right.
That's right. That's right. And that kind of brings us full circle too. Know who you are and mm-hmm. love yourself. Just to conclude that, any mantras or theme songs, quotes, any things like that you kind of go throughout your day to get you through those rough days? For instance, I know we both lost our mother, and I always tell you how dear your mother was to me, but like, is there anything that you can like give to someone else who may be experiencing something like that, to get them through the day? And again, you've made it very clear that it's something that has to resonate with them, but is there anything that I can ask you personally, like a theme song or a mantra that and I know we're still getting through, because ain't nothing right. like a mama.
Yeah. Like a mantra, I can't think of anything right now. The theme song that's coming to my mind, but this is not like to get through with my mama, just me. I'm every woman. And but the song that I always think of when I think about my mom is by Boyz II Men, though, that song Mama, You Know I Love You.
Yeah. Oh,
because like, right before she was like about to pass, like that song was just in my head, right? And then when it was like a month after she passed, I played that song when I was on the way to the funeral, not the funeral, the cemetery. Then my sister was like, why would you play that song? like, I'm trying to make myself cry, but I was like, I turned it up so loud in my car. I was just like, because, you know, she needs to, well, she knows, but you know what I'm saying? I just needed to express that at that time.
Right. And that's beautifully, I love the way you put it, because it's like, for me, it's the same thing. I remember we were all driving, it was Mother's Day. And my kids, they typically make things for me, and they usually make videos and stuff like that. And I always love them because they know I'm a picture fiend. I love a bunch of pictures. So they'll put pictures, and they put Mama to it, the song Mama. And it was kind of like a full circle moment for me, because we were in the car and it just played, of course, because I think it was Mother's Day or something. And I'm just bawling, and my kids aren't used to seeing me bawl.
Right.
and of course Pete is telling them, you know, she'll be fine, you know, because everybody's like, what's going on, you know? And he's like, she'll be fine, because I'm embodying this right now. But in that moment, listening to just all the energy going through, or feeling all that energy going throughout the car, where my husband reassuring them that I'll be fine, them wondering what's wrong, is I really think in that moment I started embodying my mother, my grandmothers, my great grandmothers, and all the mothers even before them. It's like, this is how this works. Like, now you have to be the mother. And not that we're not still here for you, because I felt the presence very, you know, kind of like you said about when you do that prayer to heal someone. I felt that presence, but like, now it's time for you to take this role, you know? So I said all that to say, there's a time where I want to be there, but then there's that time where one of the legacies that I have from my mother is the homeschool approach to holistic health. I lost my mother to several different ailments and diseases in regards to not basically listening to Western medicine, in my opinion. And if I would have known then what I know now, we would have had a better chance. And so that homeschool approach to holistic health is her legacy. So whenever I'm talking about my mother, it's usually upbeat, it's exciting, because, you know, she right here, like, she's really like, I'm just embodying her. Like, I am her. And I gave my daughter the same story when, you know, I could go on and on and on. So I'm not gonna, you know, this is your interview. Look, I told you as a YouTuber, you have to hold me accountable, because I know on your YouTube channel, I told you the easiest thing for me to do is talk.
So you're giving good information, and that's, you know, like, also affirming, you know, my feelings about how, you know, I feel my mother's here. I can feel her presence. I feel her all the time. I know she's the one helping me with everything, with school. Like, you know what I'm saying, with still getting up out the bed every morning, you know what I'm saying? Because she was a huge part of my life and my whole family's life. So I know she's here, and, you know, in my dreams and stuff. So it's just it's different. I can't call her, but she's still gonna come, you know, and she's still gonna guide me. So she's like in a different superhero form where she can help me, you know?
Yes. I wholeheartedly agree. Yes. Okay. So is there anything else that you want to say, or any question? I know for you, you say questions for me. But I'm gonna let you conclude our interview.
No, I just want to say thank you so much for having me on your show. And like you said about synchronicity, that was so awesome that when you came, well, I thought you were coming to respond to my question, and you were asking me to be on your show right when I was thinking about having you on my show. So that's just awesome. And just keep doing the awesome work that you're doing, you know, helping us try to get healthy, you know, and try to live a better life and become our best selves health-wise, so then we can enjoy everything in nature that we have here. You know, so I really appreciate you and your whole family.
Thank you.
My family too, but all of you for doing it together, you know, and supporting each other. That's important, and that's good to see, right? Melanated family together, being healthy and doing positive things. So thank you.
So true. Most mutual exchange. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. I always like to give my guests gifts. So I gave you the opportunity to decide whether you wanted it to be a surprise, or if you wanted to open it and then just know. So which one did you choose?
I wanted it to be a surprise, but I think I kind of a little bit saw, because of the title. I think I kind of saw it on. Let me look. Are you ready for me to look?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it is. Okay, I think I know what it is. Wait, is this is my recipe book?
Yeah!
Yes, the digital recipe guide.
Yeah.
PDF. Oh, thank you.
You're most welcome.
So cute. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're about to get on this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate.
You're most welcome. And the reason why I chose that is because when I was on your channel, you said that you were going to purchase it anyway. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, in my mind, I was like, oh no, you not. That's gonna be.
Well, I'm a procrastinator.
I was like, that's gonna be my gift. So I hope you guys basically go ahead and tune in to Novene C TV, her channel. Rush over there, subscribe, like, comment, and enjoy some more YouTubing. So again, I just want to make sure that you guys know that it's going to be like a little tag. We're going to work it out where you can go over to Novene C TV and see my interview. So thank you guys so much for watching. You are most appreciated. Love you. You blow kisses? Oh, yes. Thanks for
Thank
watching.
you so much. I'm
You're
so happy.
welcome.